attempt to proceed answers.
Distinguished Senator Goswin Obot Akpabio, Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger, Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Senate, Senator Badaro Ibrahim Jibril, Commander of the Federal Republic, Principal Staff Officers of the Senate, distinguished Senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Special Advisor to the President on Senate Matters, Senator Bashir Lado, the Honorable Minister of Defense, Honorable Badaru Abubakar. I say good morning to all our members in this hollow chamber. I am Major General Waheedi Shaibu. I was born on 18 December 1971 and hails from Olama Borough local government area of Kogi State. I gained admission after completing my secondary school to the Nigerian Defense Academy as a member of 41 regular course and was granted the Regular Combatant Commission on 17 September 1994. I was posted to the Nigerian Army Armored Corps throughout my military career. I've attended several professional courses and academic courses, both home and abroad. Some of these include the Battalion Commander's course and the Armor School, while the last and most significant is the Counterterrorism Fellows Welfare Program at the National Defense University in Washington, D.C. I hold a Bachelor of Engineering degree in Mechanical Engineering, a Master's degree in Public Administration, a Master's degree in Strategic Studies, and a Master's of Arts in Strategic Studies from Washington, D.C. I also hold a Diploma in International Security and Combating Terrorism from the National Defense University in Washington, D.C. I also participated in various seminars and conferences throughout my career, bordering on hybrid forces, counterterrorism, and gray zone operations. I have been promoted to my ranks as and when due, being promoted to the rank of Major General on 10 December 2021. I have held various appointments cutting across my formations, both staff, instructions, and command appointments. I was the Chief of Staff to the Chief of Defense Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia. I was Chief Instructor at the Nigerian Army Armored School in Bauchi. Thereafter, for my command appointments, I was the commanding officer of 245 Battalion in Munguno in the Northeast, Brigade Commander, 21 Special Armored Brigade in Bama in the Northeast. Thereafter, General Officer Commanding 7th Division and Commander Sector 1, Operation Hadinkai in the Northeast, before becoming the Theater Commander, Joint Task Force Northeast Operation Hadinkai, equally in the Northeast. Currently, I'm holding the appointment of the Director of Armor Research before being appointed as the current Chief of Army Staff. Throughout my career, I've made it a duty to train as a Chief Instructor in the Nigerian Army Armor School, to train and mentor junior officers in the art of armor doctrine, as well as when I was the directing staff at the National Defense College, Abuja here. I was part of the team that introduced to the Nigerian Army, Nigerian Defense College, the concept of strategic estimate, which culminated in the publishing of the college medium Strategic Thinking and Planning. I've also mentored participants, both international students as well as own students throughout. For my staff appointment, I was privileged to have trained officers in the Armed Forces Simulation Center and also was instrumental in contributing my own quota to critical bilateral agreements of Memorandum of Understanding between Nigeria and the Kingdom of Jordan, as well as various ECOWAS initiatives. I was part of the fact-finding mission to Guinea-Bissau, as well as the commander of forces in that general area. All my operational experience, all my command experience have been in the Northeast, Nigeria encountering terrorism. Indeed, from my early days as a young officer, I've been involved in operations that cut across the length and breadth of this country. As a young platoon commander in 242 Reki Battalion, I was deployed in the defense operations in Umfung border in Operation Hamud Itre. During that operations, we have led troops to counter the incursions from the Republic of Cameroon. I was also the commanding officer of 243 Reki Battalion in Mungunu in the Northeast, where we defeated the Boko Haram insurgents in 2015 when the insurgents were trying to renew their offensives. In that operations, I was wounded in battle, and I was granted the Purple Heart medals for officers that have wounded in battle. As brigade commander in 21 Special Armor Brigade, I was instrumental in restoring safety to that general area that culminated in the neutralization of 442 insurgents and the recovery of various assorted arms and ammunition. As General Officer Commanding, I will introduce the various pillars for the defense of that general area in my sector area of responsibilities, with significant humanitarian gains, including the rescue of 11 Chibok girls that have been in captivity. A lot of terrorists surrendered during my tenure as General Officer Commanding 7th Division. As theater commander, we were instrumental in the neutralization of 567 Boko Haram terrorists and the recovery of assorted arms and ammunition. To improve the integrity of our defenses in general areas, we leverage technology to improve various long-range surveillance cameras to give our troops full knowledge of enemy infiltrations. We also introduced decapitation operations that led to the neutralization of key terrorist leaders. I have been privileged to have various honors and awards ranging from the Meritorious Service Star, the Grand Service Star. We are culminated with the Field Command Medal of Honor, and the Nigerian Army Outstanding Operation Medals for the Nigerian Army, and the Defense Operations Medals. For the past 5 years, I have been deeply involved in deep-rooted operations to rid our country from various terrorists that have been disturbing in the Northeast. I believe that with my wealth of experience that I bring to the table, I will consolidate on my predecessors' achievements to create a very secure environment for socio-economic activities to thrive across our nations. Thank you, sir.
You will take to not necessarily ask the question. Would you like to suggest something to him as he goes into this new office?
Thank you, Mr. President, distinguished senators. My name is Mohamed Tahir Monguno. I represent Borno North Senatorial District. Mr. President, distinguished senators, the officer is very well known to me because he has served as the commanding officer of 243 Battalion Monguno when Boko Haram took over Monguno. As rightly observed by him, even my house was taken over by the Boko Haram insurgents, and they were instrumental to repelling or removing Boko Haram from Monguno and reclaiming back the territorial integrity of Nigeria. I can attest to that. My father also crossed with him when he's serving variously as GOC 7 Division, Sector 1 Commander Operation Hadinkai, Theater Commander Joint Task Force, all in Borno State and the Northeast in general. So his appointment is a square peg in square hole, having traversed the nooks and crannies of not only the theater of operation in the Northeast, but in the whole country. So my question to him is, what immediate action do you intend to take in addressing acts of terrorism, insurgency, and banditry bedeviling the country, having regard to your experience in the various theater of war? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. My distinguished colleagues, I remain Muhammad Adamu Aleru representing Kebbi Central. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, the nominee is a professional soldier to the core. He has attended various courses that has made him qualified to be appointed as Chief of Army Staff. He has been to all the theaters of war. My only question to him, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, is that how do you intend to actively address issues of troops' welfare in the army so as to galvanize their will to fight in various theaters of war? And lastly, Mr. President, the northwest part of the country is facing very serious security challenges. In particular, we have the bandits and also the Lakurawa that came from Mali. They move freely and brazenly with their AK-47 rifle. They even mixed with the communities. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, Nigerians will be interested to hear from the Chief of Army Staff designate how he intends to solve this issue of Lakunawa challenge. Thank you.
Yes. Chief, let me just, questions that are being asked will be that all things being equal, assuming this, the two Senator Dan Kwambo, you can adjust the question so that he can answer.
Your Excellency, my name is Senator Ibrahim Dankwambo. I represent Gombe North. Your Excellency, like you have rightly noted, this officer well-trained, well-fitted. You see him, typical how a soldier should be looking like in Nigeria. He's somebody too I have privilege of having interacted with as a former governor of Gombe State. And him and his team have worked very hard, because one thing is terrorism or Boko Haram or anything, and the other people is the deradicalization of those kind of people. So working with them and their team, we set up an institute in Gombe, in Malan City, which deradicalize these kind of elements. And they go through proper training, proper scrutiny and the rest. And eventually, most of them are deradicalized. But at the end of the day, the problem is how to take them back to the various communities from where they were coming from. So my question now is, as the new Chief of Army Staff, we have made an effort working with them as a team to make sure that when they are deradicalized and taught certain kind of profession, that they require a kind of paper or identity, diploma's degree, to push it forward so that they can properly fit into the community where they are coming in. So how does he intend to assist those kind of elements fit in properly by making sure that that institute, either as an army institute or as an independent agency, is made to achieve that objective? Thank you, Excellency.
Distinguished colleagues, two questions, because Nigerians are watching. And the rest of the very deep questions that I know you have, we will have them in the executive session with them. The day is for them. In the US Congress, sometimes they take 2 days to interview and screen a nominee. So this one we are prepared to take till Sunday to be able to get answers to our security situation. So the whole day is for them. But the Senior Senator, Issa Jibrin, did you say that is your neighbor in Kogi State?
I will take the questions as they come, starting with that of Honorable Senator Mohammed Mungono, which borders on terrorism and insurgency. Before moving to take that of Honorable Mohammed Aliro, that borders on welfare of troops and the Lakarola challenge, before ending, my apologies, distinguished senators. So I start with that of terrorism and insurgency. The various adversarial threats that crowd across the northwest and the northeast flanks of our operations actually require multifaceted approach across all domains of operations. I leverage to consolidate on my predecessors' methods. I've been with him throughout our career, especially in the northeast region. For terrorism and insurgency, we intend to leverage on technology to improve our night fighting capability, effective training of special forces, to improve our insurrection and strike capabilities across all terrains, both day and night. And we tend to dominate all terrains, ranging from mountain ranges, muddy terrains, and all land terrains.
Yes. Go ahead. Let me hear you.
Your Excellency, the President of the Senate, seated at the chair, very distinguished colleagues and invited guests, I am Issa Jibrin, representing the very good people of Kogi East. Your Excellency, I rise to first of all thank the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria for appointing appointing General W. Shaibu as the Chief of Army Staff. The officer is very well known to me. I've known him for over 30 years. He is from a very humble background. He has taken this job as a do-or-die affair in the course of his career. He has been able to attend various professional courses. He has held key positions in the Nigerian Army preparatory to this milestone achievement. I want to believe that it's an asset and that given this elevated position, he'll be able to do a lot to take Nigeria out of the security challenges that we are facing today. I only want to urge him to work harmoniously with the Chief of Defense Staff and the other serving chiefs to ensure that the lingering problems of security challenges in Nigeria is addressed once and for all. As for his competence, I can vouch for him anytime, any day, having known him for over 30 years and being the senator representing his senatorial district. On that note, I want to thank you very much for giving me listening attention. Thank you.